All right. This is something we've been working on recently, and sort of as we head into May, um, I want us working on air, gloves, and them. AGT, air, gloves, and them. So in our sparring session last night, we really focused on punches to the air. And it's anyway, it's a theme that we're going to be working on. And what this film study is, it's going to be a film study on how punches to the air can be effective and why we use them, where we use them, when we use them. So what we'll do is I'm just going to turn down the volume here because there's no reason. We'll have it a little bit. So first thing that we're going to look at is going to be from last night, April 30th, 2026. Today's May 1st. We're going to watch Shereen and Dom. One of the things I liked about this is there's Shereen is masterful at using punches to the air, not just the jab, just punches to the air to either occupy space or to close distance. It's remarkable how she does it. She's just one of the best at it. So let's just take a look. We'll make this nice and big, and we'll watch a little bit of Shereen and Dom. Dom at some point starts doing it as well. So we have Shereen in the Star Spangled Banner headgear. Dom's in the black headgear. So you can see here, there's, now we've got separation. If you walk Shereen's lead hand, see that little double jab? See these little hand controls? Nice little switch. Nice body shot. And you can see right there were some light touches to the air and then on to Dom. Let's see if we can get that again. If you watch the punches to the air, I think I went back too far, not far enough. So what walks right here? See that lead hand right there? There were several punches that went to the air. One thing you can do there as well is, and you look at the position this created. One thing you could do is you can punch into the air as a southpaw, jabbing and moving to your right. You can jab and move to your left. You want to be moving forward and to that direction. So forward and to the right, and forward and to the left. We still want to be moving laterally, but this brings us in a little bit. So just again, I guess just to watch what happens with, she needs to get in, right there, right there, right there, and then she gets in. She gets to the position she wants. Right there. You see that first jab hits the air. It doesn't hit Dominic. The first two jabs. I mean, it's so well done. I mean, look at that. And then it gets her right to the position she wants. And even though those several punches there, air, and then onto him, and then look at that neck control. Look at that neck control. Boom. Does she drop her hands? Nope. Do her hands drop? Nope. Look at her left hand. The hand not on Dominic. Watch that left hand. Where is it? Protecting her. Where is it? Protecting her. One more time. Where's that left hand? Protects her face. If you look where the right hand is, neck control. Right hand, neck control, because she's fighting out of the southpaw stance here. Look at all those are to the air. And you can see Dom's getting in on the action a little bit. You see how there was an uppercut? I mean, beautiful moment here. There was an uppercut that hit the glove. Look at that. I got to see that again. Uppercut that hit the glove. I mean, that's special. That's just crazy. Gets her in the position. Dom smartly holds on. And again, look at jab to the air. Shakur taps. We slung a little low there, Salem. And all those to the air. How many punches went to the air before she got to him? Look at 1, 2, 3. So 3 punches. 1, 2, 3. The third one gets him. 1, 2, 3. Third one gets him. And then she's able to work. And look at those. Let's watch those again. Right there. And dog, you can't work on it. Boom. And then she does it again. So what I like about this sequence, there's the double jab as she's moving, and then she double jabs and moves in. So those are two different things off of the same air punch system. One of them occupies space, keeps Dom from coming in. The other gets her in. So it's the same. It's systemized. You can work those double jab in this instance, working that double jab to the air to keep things still. Double jabs to the air to get to where you want to be and do damage. I mean, it's just. I mean, it's just brilliant. It's just brilliant work. And that's why we throw punches to the air. Dom got in on the work there. Let's watch Dom. Dom's like, hey, all these punches to the air. Beautiful. And again. And again, Salem again. We jab. And again, just so also to be clear, tonight's practice was all about the punches to the air, punches to the gloves, punches to them. For this round of sparring, it's open sparring, but with the focus on the air punches. And look at that. Watch that lead hand. Watch the lead hand what it does. So she sees Dom's getting a little cute with his lead hand. So what does Salem do? And look at all that time. She buys herself time, buys herself a new position. Nice job, Dom. And again, there's that neck control turn. Beautiful stuff. Look at that. Double jab again. And it's just the distance management, the understanding of distance. Just great round. It's not what I wanted. We'll watch this. All right, so great round. Next, what we want to look at is we're going to take a quick look at Bivol and Bitterbeef. Just there's a moment here where, well, I'll just play and I'll explain. Bivol's punches, they're light to the gloves. So it starts off in a little bit of a brawly sort of in the 50-50, but if you watch what Bivol does, so it's going to start off, we're in the 50-50, we're working. Now watch that. See the lead hand touch. You see those little subtle touches to the glove? There's the jab, there's the touch. There's the touch. Let's watch that again. There's the jab, there's the touch on the glove. Or not. Oh, man. See the touch? Nice little touch. Gloves. So we're skipping air here. We're doing glove and them. Glove and them. Glove and them. You know, my thoughts are if it's good enough for Bivol, it's good enough for you. Then we'll look at Shakur and Teofimo Lopez. What I like about both of these guys do it. If you watch in this particular round, Lopez starts it off with punches to the air. Sharp punches to the air. We're talking sharp. So let's watch. Look at those. Boom. Right out of the gate. I'm going to start that over. Right out of the gate starts with the punches to the air. Come on. All right, here we go. Punches to the air, sharp. Touch the glove, sharp punches to the air. Shakur, trying the Shakur tap. Punch to the. It's just the distance here. He's not in range to hit, but he's throwing the punches like they matter. He's throwing the punches like they matter. That's what's important. So, in conclusion, we're going to be working on our punches to the air, gloves, and them. Good. So that's it for, and again, I always struggle with the endings of these. That's it for this quick film study on air, gloves, and them. If anyone is looking for a film study for any of their shadow boxing, sparring rounds, or fights, let me know. We could do a film study on it. And film studies from Lucky Punch Boxing. Thanks for watching.